After 42 years of woulda, coulda, and shoulda, the Saints are finally marching into their first Super Bowl. Armed with the backing of the Who Dat Nation, the Saints invade Miami to finish strong and bring home to the Crescent City the ultimate prize. So get ready for Super Bowl New Orleans style as our boys in black and gold gear up for Mission Miami.
The following is an ABC 26 sports special, Mission Miami.
And welcome to this ABC 26 Sports Special Mission Miami. I'm Jessica Holly.
And I'm Jocelyn Lockwood. It's time to turn up your Who Dat fever as ABC 26 News gets you ready for the Super Bowl.
And we're just 5 days away from kickoff at Sun Life Stadium in Miami, where our boys in black and gold will square off against the Indianapolis Colts. So let's head straight to ABC 26 Sports Director Ed Daniels live in Fort Lauderdale with the latest. Ed?
Hi, ladies. Good evening. It is a beautiful night here in Fort Lauderdale, and no one in this town or in South Florida is happier these days than Saints owner Tom Benson. His stadium is sold out, and his Saints are in the Super Bowl. And at Media Day today, Benson looked like a kid playing in his favorite sandbox. Saints owner Tom Benson has often kept his distance from the media, but on Media Day, Benson was beaming. 26 seasons into his tour as an NFL owner, Benson's team was at the zenith of his league, and he was not only talking football, but talking up his hometown.
Oh, oh, this is so great. You know, Gail and I, but think about what it means to our community, huh? Boy, now you and I know that New Orleans has been back what they'll call for a long time, but now the rest of the world knows it. Boy, and I'm going to tell you, unemployment is really on the low side compared to the rest of the country, and we're not going to have any unemployment after this. So anybody in the whole world that needs a job and a good place to live, come on to New Orleans, all right?
Benson said his organization changed in 2006 when it returned from San Antonio post-Katrina.
2006, as we opened that game, showed us, boy, we never lost any hope. We've been better. We've been a better club after the hurricane than we were before the hurricane, including me.
Benson said if the Saints win the Super Bowl, he hopes the city doesn't party any more than 2 weeks. And that is a party that could commence here around 10 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday night. It's hard to believe that only 5 years ago, the Saints had about 40,000 season ticket holders, and their future in New Orleans was very much in doubt. Not anymore. Jocelyn, Jessica?
Talk about a turnaround. All right, thank you very much. Ed Daniels reporting live from Fort Lauderdale.
It really is great to see the city come together like this.
It's exciting. It's a great time to be here.
Well, you know, we have to wait a handful of days until Super Sunday, but you don't have to wait at all to take a look at a super sculpture.
ABC 26 News reporter Sheldon Fox explains in South Beach.
We're on Ocean Drive, which is Miami Beach's sun-splashed touristy strip when the weather cooperates. But on this Super Bowl week, it's giving us something to look at other than just the usual beachy business. In Miami, the beautiful beaches and buildings are aplenty. But with Super Sunday on our doorstep, a super sculpture has the attention of people in the street.
It's basically recycled steel from the two stadiums, the Dolphin Stadium and the Orange Bowl.
Les Balinson is a local architect who with his firm designed Champion's Arch, this year's Super Bowl sculpture, which adds even more flair to Ocean Drive at night and brings a bit of Miami football nostalgia to the table.
So each arch represents the stadium which they were played in.
It symbolizes the passing of the football torch from the old Orange Bowl, which hosted 5 Super Bowls, to Sun Life Stadium. Sun Life hosted 4 of its own, and after Sunday, you can add another to that list. Using recycled steel, Gradau Ameristeel has sponsored the buildings of Super Bowl sculptures for the last 10 years. And other artists were brought in to represent this year's competing teams. Steve Dickey shows off his wrought iron, New Orleans-inspired football.
And I think the football teams are a really good way to bring back that spirit. and get people focused on the city again.
And to Balinson, who visits New Orleans yearly, many Miamians who dealt with Hurricane Andrew in 1992 know what it's like to deal with a life-changing disaster. And it's one reason why many in the host city will be rooting for the Crescent City come Sunday. Sheldon Fox, ABC 26 News.
And many Whodats have pregame rituals. If yours involves New Orleans foods, but you'll be in Miami, no worries, folks. We've got you covered.
Yeah, Kurt Sprang is live in Fort Lauderdale with more Mission Miami. Kurt?
And eating well, I might add. We found a restaurant owner from Baton Rouge who opened up the French Quarter Bar and Grill here in Pompano Beach. He just opened it up about 2 months ago, just in time. Now he's throwing a Super Bowl party with all the New Orleans food you love.
Red beans and sausage.
We all know naming a restaurant after the French Quarter comes with a big culinary responsibility. The red beans, jambalaya, gumbo, and more must be right on. That's exactly what LSU alum William Stevens is serving up at his Pompano Beach restaurant, and customers notice the authenticity.
It's awesome.
Red beans and rice?
Yep, red beans and rice and cornbread. I had gumbo for soup.
We get comments like that all the time. People that come in here that are actually from New Orleans or from Baton Rouge or from South Louisiana, almost all of them say, man, I can't believe how you've duplicated some of the dishes in here.
The decor is modeled after sites you already know, and the food is modeled after similar dishes at Mandina's, Middendorf's, and Serio's.
When we started this concept, we went to New Orleans for a weekend. I actually sat down with Mike Serio. He was very, very open.
15 ounces of meat, 5 ounces salami, 5 ounces capicola ham, 5 ounces smoked ham.
The executive chef says if you've got to have your New Orleans food in South Florida, you won't lose an ounce of your game day mojo. On Sunday, the French Quarter Bar and Grill will serve it up right for a Super Bowl party in the parking lot.
We're going to have a crawfish boil. We're going to have crawfish flown in this week on Southwest Airlines. We're going to pick them up at the airport.
It's going to be a wonderful day when the Saints win that Super Bowl. I've been going there since I was 12 years old. The first game in 1967, I was there.
And it is interesting, we're running into a lot of people who were actually there for the very first game in Tulane Stadium. Kind of interesting to run into them here in Miami. I should also tell you that restaurant, its employees, they know that people from New Orleans are very picky about their food. Some of them may even have superstitions about what they eat on game day. Boy, if that's the case, they've got you covered in Pompano Beach. Back to you guys.
Bet they're going to be packed. All right. Thanks a lot, Kurt.
We'll be right back.
From all of us at Keys Auto, be Indianapolis and Miami and bring home the championship. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat say go beat them Saints? Go Saints!
And welcome back, Saints fans. This is Mission Miami. The Superdome, like the Fleur-de-Lis, is a symbol of the city. Its origin from the man known as the father of the Superdome.
ABC 26 News reporter Sandra Gonzalez is live at the Superdome with more.
Jessica and Jocelyn, Dave Dixon is not only known as the father of this football stadium, he's also known as the father of the Saints. And while he's key to history books, he's also watching another chapter being written. The Superdome is a sphere that surrounds Dave Dixon's life, but his dream first started with bringing a national football team to New Orleans, looking at Tulane Stadium as a starting point. It took a lot of convincing, but New Orleans got a team. It just needed a name. This song was what sparked the team's name. Dixon kept hearing it at jazz nightclubs, and it stirred his soul.
A song is such a great song, you know. It's almost a football song. It really is a football song.
With a team, Dixon wanted a super stadium for the Saints. He envisioned the Superdome. An architect designed it, and there you go, the Superdome.
There were doubters that, oh, New Orleans can't do this, can't do that. Well, I knew differently.
But there was one who believed in him, his wife and best friend, Mary.
I believed in him. I knew it could happen, and I knew that he could do it.
Eventually, the Superdome was built, and Dixon has gone down in history. New Orleans history brought more attention to the Superdome after Katrina. It became a refuge for thousands whose homes were flooded.
It just kind of broke your heart to see this dream that we had had and what was happening.
Though there was damage, Dave Dixon was glad it structurally stood against Katrina. And the following year became a symbol of strength for New Orleans when the Saints returned to the Dome.
I did not see a dry eye in the stadium. People roaring with noise, screaming, but crying. Crying with joy, crying with emotion for their wonderful city. Back home. We were back.
And hand in hand, the Dixons are witnessing history again as the Saints go marching in to a Super Bowl. Now, Jessica and Jocelyn, Dave Dixon has written a book, The Saints, the Superdome, and the Scandal. You can buy it at bookstores like Barnes & Noble. And Jessica and Jocelyn, just a little tidbit of history again. Did you know that Dave Dixon gave Peyton Manning his very first football? Peyton was only 9 years old, and he got a football from the United States Football League from Dave Dixon. Jessica and Jocelyn?
Mr. Dixon has so many amazing stories. Thank you so much, Sandra.
What an inspiring man.
I'm telling you.
Well, proof the Saints going to the Super Bowl is not a dream. Crews are busy getting the field ready at the Sun Life Stadium by painting the end zone black and gold for the Saints. It's the 10th time South Florida has hosted the Super Bowl. More than 100,000 folks are expected to pour into Miami this weekend with or without a ticket.
And we have a whole lot more Mission Miami coming up right after the break. We have a special guest with us. The viewers have spoken this Saints season, and they've selected the ABC 26 Saints official song, I Believe, Go Saints All the Way by Miss Angela Bell.
Of course, and joining us this evening live is Angela herself, and she's going to sing for us in just a moment. But first, how did this song all come about?
22 years ago, my brother wrote it, I sang it, and the rest is history.
All right.
Pretty simple.
22 years ago,
Wow.
It made a huge comeback, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
20 back then.
Well, we want to hear a little bit of it, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to step out of the way.
Thank you.
Angela Bell.
I believe, oh, I believe, I believe. We've been down too low for too many years. We must resume the fight, continue to persevere. There's one minor change in this repeat show. The Saints are going to the playoff. You ought to know. I believe. Oh, I believe. I believe. It's time for the city to gather inside the Superdome. To show the boys that you're really behind the cause. There's two ways that we can show them our support. Scream real loud and wear our black and gold. Oh, I believe.
Good luck in Miami from the Bayou Sports Shop family.
And welcome back to Mission Miami. Who Dad's headed to Miami for Super Bowl 44 may want to pack an umbrella.
Yeah, it looks like they'll be dodging some raindrops later.
Bruce. Well, it took a long time, but they did it 10 years ago when the Saints finally won their first playoff game.
ABC 26 News anchor Michael Hill shows us in tonight's Moments in Saints History.
The Saints' first ever playoff win came against the now retired Kurt Warner and the St. Louis Rams in December 2000. The Saints had pounded the Rams, and then Warner and company staged a huge comeback.
Warner.
Late in the fourth quarter, the Saints up 31-28, fourth down and 14 to go. The Saints punted to the Rams' Oz Hakeem at the 8-yard line.
Fair caught at the 9-yard line and then fumbled at the 11-yard line, and who has the football? The Saints do.
The Saints held on to the ball the rest of the way and earned their first playoff victory in the team's then 32 seasons.
And the Saints lost a week later in the next round to the Vikings in the year 2000.
All right, well, if you have a Saints party and you have nothing to wear, pay attention.
Could be a real dilemma, but if you win this, not a problem. ABC has you covered. Literally, right now you have a chance to win this signed Marcus Colston jersey.
Yeah, it's all a part of A1 Appliance's Text to Win Mission Miami contest on ABC 26 News.
And all you have to do is text HOODAT to 38628, and we'll announce the big winner of the Marcus Colston signed jersey Saturday during our Mission Miami special from 7 to 10 p.m. on ABC 26. We'll be right back.
From all of us at Shell New Orleans Federal Credit Union, congratulations, Saints, on a great season and beat Indianapolis in the big game. Go Saints!
Before we go tonight, we have one last thought from Kurt Sprang on Saints fans in Miami.
He is live in Fort Lauderdale with all the buzz. Hey, Kurt.
Hey guys, before we go, let me show you something real quick behind me. We've got, we talked about this last night, one of the most photographed spots here. Well, looks like there's maybe a traffic accident here. One of the most photographed spots, and we're starting to see more and more people show up here as time goes by. This is the NFL's big Super Bowl 44 in Roman numerals here in Fort Lauderdale that they've got on the beachfront. And last night we had a handful of people out here. Tonight, boy, it's really getting to be a buzz out here. I'm seeing a few Saints fans, a few Colts fans, and a lot of people walking up and yelling, "Put me on, put me on." See, like this person right here, look at me, okay. Tell you what, we're Patriot fan. Well, you had your day. Go ahead and slide. But I can tell you that we've got more and more people showing up as time goes by. We really get the sense that we're going to really reach a critical mass here. Certainly tomorrow, the NFL Fan Jam is going to begin out at South Beach. That's going to be a great time. Concerts through the rest of the week. Ricky Williams is going to have a vegetarian chicken wing contest tomorrow at noon. We're going to try to stop by that as well. So a very big week ahead. Back to you guys.
Welcome back to Mission Miami. Well, this has been an incredible season. I just can't believe it. And if you want to celebrate the Saints, this is one of the best ways to do it. Already nearly 1,000 of your friends have downloaded this really cool Houdat Station card.
It's really neat. Now you can become a card-carrying member of the Houdat Station too. And it has Houdat Station card on it, a place for your name, a place for your address, and also abc26.com/Saints. Your headquarters for all the Mission Miami and Saints information you need.
That's right. So if you're wondering how to get this card, just log on to our website, abc26.com. Click on the Mission Miami link. It's on our homepage, and you can download the card, print it off. That way you can show off your Houdat spirit to your friends and family as the Saints head to Super Bowl 44.
It's a must-have for all Saints fans.
It really is.
You'll get one. And we'll leave you with the sights and sounds of this incredible Saints season.
With the ABC 26 Saints official song, I Believe, Go Saints All the Way by Angela Bell. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you back here on ABC 26 News tomorrow from 6 to 6:30. Go Saints!
I believe the time has finally come to journey on a track to move. I see the playoff. I am here tonight.
Live from Miami, site of Super Bowl 44, WWL-TV presents an Eyewitness Sports special.
right, welcome into the Channel 4 compound here in downtown Miami, just off the Biscayne Bay, where a big old ship's about to take off and almost scared me silly with its foghorn. You know, today was that annual circus that they call Super Bowl Media Day, and it was held at the site of Super Bowl 44 earlier today. Also the site where the Saints season stayed perfect just 3 months ago, but perhaps more importantly, all of those expectations that came with this season were justified that day. October 25th, the 5-0 Saints, merely a blip on the radar of legitimate contenders and almost written off.
That was a roller coaster game. We started out real slow and they got a big lead on us, and we kind of almost shell-shocked at first.
The poor first half quickly became a memory with a defensive turnover and a late touchdown. The momentum of not just the game, but perhaps the season had changed.
We kind of rebound, kind of got it together, kind of got the momentum going into halftime, and the rest is history.
The Saints would outscore the Dolphins 36-10 in the second half to remain unbeaten.
Going back on the field, it brought back a lot of memories for everybody. It was like, wow, we was here a couple months ago and it was a tough ride. So now we feel as if we're a little bit more prepared to be out here and be playing there.
Just the feeling in that locker room and just looking around and saying, you know what, this is the feeling that we want a couple months from now, Super Bowl Sunday, when we come back here. And sure enough, here we are, and I hope we do have that same feeling in the locker room.
We welcome into the show Juan Kincaid. He spent today at Media Day, and a little tame compared to most Media Days. But, you know, that game in Miami, I think, really started to show people around the country that this team definitely was for real, that the talk was legitimate. Was there another point of the season where you in your head thought, well, I better start seeing how expensive it is to fly to Miami?
Well, I think there were a number of times this season, but I think the Miami game really does serve to notice that this team was for real, because it was really the first time all season long, early part of the season, they've really been challenged by being down a large deficit. But there are so many turning points and so many, statement games in this season. Look, when the Giants came to town, that was the game everyone talked about. That was going to be their first real test. No, not at all. When the Patriots came to town, another big test with Tom Brady. Not at all. This team has passed test after test after test, which I think is one reason why they have that same mentality like the Colts. They're not going to give up on a football game, even though they are struggling, even though they're behind in the game. This afternoon, I had a chance to talk to one guy that would love to be playing in this game, Deuce McAllister. He talked about how he's nice to be here. He was an inspirational guy for the playoffs, and it's glad to have him here now.
Oh, yeah.
Don't need to tell you who this guy is, and we all believed that we would see you in pads and everything down here getting ready for this game, but tell me what it's like for you to be here at the Media Day, a part of the team, although you're not going to be playing.
Yeah, just to be a part of it, it's special, just to take all of it in. You've always seen this as a player, but to actually be a part of it, I don't know if words really describe it.
I know that Sean Payton has made it a point all year long to find different ways to motivate the football team. He used you in those first two games. Tell me what that means to you now that you know what that's really, what the result of that time was.
Well, it's definitely special. Just to be held in that high regard, by Mr. Benson and his family, by Mickey Loomis, just to be thought enough to be brought back, to be able to go on this ride with these guys and, hopefully seal this deal. We started this a couple years ago, and just to be able to get to this point, it's only special if we win it. So I think that's the key thing.
How important do you think it is for a franchise that's never been here before to act like they've been here before?
Well, you can definitely act like you've been here before, but you take it all in. I think the guys are smart enough and understand enough, at some point, all of this is going to stop. We have to kind of focus on football. But while it's going on, you just take it for what it's worth.
One last thing, how much you wish you were a part of this as a player?
You want to play. You're still a competitor. You want to be out there and playing, but this is the next best thing to it.
Thanks, Deuce. Appreciate it.
it.
Yeah, of course, we'd all like to see Deuce McAllister out here playing with his football team. I think, Scott, he's serving a much greater purpose now as a motivational guy. These players want to win for him as well.
What can Sean Payton do? Use Deuce in round one. What can he do in the Super Bowl to get this team kind of moving? I don't think he can go sign Joe Horn or anything.
No, I don't think so. He addressed that today. What's his next plan of attack going to be in terms of motivating this football team? Doesn't really know as of yet, but I tell you right now, he's going to have this team hold off on putting the game plan in until Wednesday. He wants to put a little pressure on this team, as in saying, oh gosh, I got to learn this game plan now. Keep the pressure. Don't let them relax. Don't let them settle.
All right. Well, stay with us. When we come back on this special 30-minute Super Bowl special, one of the local guys from New Orleans who's now behind enemy lines. Stay with us. Well, from the West Bank to the University of Miami to Indianapolis and now back to Miami, Reggie Wayne just simply produces. His hard hat mentality has never been flashy, but his numbers have been. Here's Juan Kincaid.
For years, New Orleans native Reggie Wayne played in the shadow of Marvin Harrison, but no more. Since 2004, Wayne has set the standard for pass catchers in the NFL, catching more balls and racking up more yards than any other wide receiver.
To be honest with you, my mentor at UM is now the receiver coach for the Saints. He was my receiver coach in college, you know, Curtis Johnson. So he's taught me a lot. He's pretty much taught me everything I know, and I'll do my best to not let him down.
Johnson's tutelage at the University of Miami gave Wayne a base on which to build on. Now the John Ehret alum is reaping the benefits of his hard work, while at the same time becoming a fan favorite for many New Orleanians.
This is how I find out who my real friends are, you know, but it's going to be fun. It's interesting. You know, I'm glad it is this way. That way a lot of my friends and stuff that don't get a chance to see me play much on TV can see me play and at the same time see their favorite team play, you know, so it's big.
Which is what makes this year's Super Bowl such a special time for Wayne. Wayne's childhood allegiances were 100% with the Saints.
You have no choice, you know, my family's there, all my friends are there, you know, so no matter how I try to stay away from it, I mean, I still get the phone calls.
Reggie Wayne didn't shy away from saying he's a longtime New Orleans Saints fan. He said growing up on the West Bank, he had no other choice. He also said if his Colts weren't playing the Saints in the Super Bowl, he would no doubt be pulling for the black and gold.
Coming in from church, you know, with my mom and sitting down with my dad, you know, and the game is blacked out, and you got to listen to the game on the radio. You know, I done seen Bobby Hebert, I done seen John Fouquet, I done seen so many names come through there. You know, I remember just waking up or Saturday night getting ready for the game. You know, wanting to see Eric Martin, you know, have a big game. You know, so I'm a huge fan of the Saints.
But this weekend, Wayne has set the ground rules for everyone close to him. Pick a side, just make sure it's his side.
They got to make a decision. You know, it's no going into the games wearing, you know, half Saints jersey, half Coach jersey.
Now, if you're watching John Fouquet and Eric Martin and listening on the radio, you are certainly a Saints fan, and he being with such pride when talking about that football team, the guys he used to watch, how he's such a fan. I would imagine if he wasn't playing for the Colts, he wouldn't mind playing for the Saints.
You know, you go back and look at how the Jets kind of approached this offense. They held him to just 3 catches, 55 yards. They really shut him down. Then guys like Pierre Garçon and Austin Collie were found by Peyton Manning. Is that the way? Can you just key on shutting down Reggie Wayne and maybe hoping to stop this offense?
I think that's one way you have to go about trying to win a football game. I think the teams approach Reggie Wayne the way they approach Marcus Colston. He's the animal. He's the big-time receiver for their football team. You take him out, make someone else beat you. Reggie Wayne's such a big receiver, just like Marcus Colston. The bump and run may not work, but he's a guy that you have to be aware of. Obviously, you want to take away their number one threat, which will be Reggie Wayne.
Jabari Greer on him all game?
I think so, absolutely. Jabari Greer has been your best cornerback, hands down, when he's been on the field this year. And it's nice to have both those guys, Greer and Porter, on opposite sides. That means the defense can do even more getting to Peyton Manning.
That'll be a fun matchup to watch. Another matchup to watch will be that nickel cornerback that the Saints have used brilliantly. Randall Gay, a free agent signing 2 years ago, getting to come home and getting to lead his hometown team, the team he grew up rooting for, into the Super Bowl. It's definitely a special week for him. We caught up with the Bruley native at Media Day.
I mean, when you got a history of losing, how can you, a team that's won, 1 or 2 playoff games, how can you just say Super Bowl when haven't even won a playoff game? So that wasn't something I thought about.
You came from a successful team to the Saints. What did you see that made you want to be a part of this team to change the culture and the direction of this franchise?
Well, obviously, you know, I'm a Louisiana boy, so I wanted to come to the Saints from day one. I always wanted to play for the Saints. It was just extra that it wasn't a team that was bad. You know, looking at the team, it was like, hey, they haven't been winning, but the Saints are not a bad team. They can win. So that just helped me, my decision even more to come, because, you know, I took 1 trip in free agency. That was to New Orleans, and I signed the next week because I knew where I wanted to come. And now I'm really happy that I came.
A lot of defensive players will say if we can make another team one-dimensional, that's in our favor. If you make the Colts one-dimensional, that's kind of what they are. And with Peyton Manning behind the center, does that argument kind of go out the window with this team?
Yeah, it does, because I mean, most people want the team to, you know, stop from running the ball and pass the ball, but that's what they want to do anyway, so it's kind of tough, but we have to prepare like we have to stop Peyton.
But you know, that's always easier said than done. But as we were going back looking at that 07 game to start the season, we noticed one thing that really stood out. There's a different number 42 in that Saints secondary.
Thank goodness, because at that point we thought that Jason Davis was going to be able to give us some pointers on what it takes to stop Peyton Manning. Instead, he gives him about 2 or 3 touchdowns, and Reggie Wayne's running right by him on every play. So, you know, number 42 now with Darren Sharper, a huge difference maker.
All right, Juan Kincaid, we appreciate you coming down. We'll see you the rest of the week, right?
Absolutely, man.
All right, stay with us. When we come back, it's Sean Payton, the early years, part 2. We're live in Miami. Live to Miami. Tonight we continue our look back at Sean Payton, the early years. Last night, Juan Kincaid took us to Naperville, Illinois, Payton's hometown. Tonight, the college years and the events that turned to a career in coaching rather than a career in playing.
At Naperville Central High School, Sean Payton had to wait his turn for playing time.
The starter that year happened to be my son. And my son started over him just because he was a year older. It was a matter of experience.
That was his crutch early on in college as well. Not highly recruited when he entered Eastern Illinois University in 1982, Payton was one of 6 quarterbacks on the roster. And he was at the bottom of the pecking order.
They had an All-American, Jeff Christensen, that was going to be a senior and was tremendous. But other than that, frankly, the cupboard was pretty bare. So they brought in no less than 4 freshman quarterbacks that year. What was neat about it, I think, was that we absolutely, you daydream together, and the friendship formed as we were both literally, I think, number 5 and number 6 on the depth chart.
But it's a friendship that would be tested on the field. Both players redshirted their freshman year. In year 2, Rafferty won the starting quarterback job, while his roommate faded into the shadows.
The competitor, wants the chance to compete and wants to beat the other person out. I mean, I think we did a wonderful job, both of us, of leaving it on the field.
It was competitive.
Carl Walworth is the publisher of the Journal-Gazette and Times-Courier in neighboring Mattoon, Illinois. He covered Payton during his collegiate years.
Rafferty was the favorite to be the quarterback, and the coaches saw things they liked in Sean, that they gave him the opportunity, which once he got the opportunity, then he took advantage of it.
Never would have told you this at the time because it's too personal, it's too much of your ego's wrapped up into it, but he was the better quarterback.
That meant it was Al Mody's decision to make, and the head coach would make it in the following spring.
It was very competitive. They were roommates, actually, and Sean was nice about that, and I remember he was a gentleman when he didn't win the starting position, but he was very clear that that was his goal and that he was going to work to get that opportunity.
Back then, the biggest knock on Payton was that he wasn't that big at all, about 6 feet, 175 pounds. But what he lacked in physical appearance, he made up with ability.
Early on, you see some qualities that you like, the confidence, the kind of outgoing personality, the ability to step up in tough situations, but you don't know how that's going to translate onto the field.
What he could do is throw that ball and great decision making. And one other strength I think he had that just served him well, and probably to this day serves him well, he's a bit of a gunslinger in terms of he might throw an interception, might throw 2, might throw 3. He didn't back down.
Well, it's been a great day. Let's see what takes place now as the Panthers have about 10 seconds left on the clock, trailing in the ball game by 4. From around the 40, let's see. Payton drops back. Sean looks left, looks right. Here's the long throw, and he beat him, Roy Banks. And it's a touchdown for the Eastern Panthers.
I met him doing play-by-play. You meet the players and talk with them. Sean then and all during his career, regardless of how successful he was a confident individual. He allowed his actions, I think, to to show you what kind of a person he was.
But it's what he'd turn out to be that was special. When Peyton took over the starting job from Rafferty, he was determined not to give it up. Peyton rewrote the record books here at EIU. When he graduated in 1986, he departed as the school's all-time passing leader. In fact, his 10,655 yards ranked him third all-time in college football. The offense Peyton guided was so explosive, they named it Eastern Airlines.
When he entered the game, he took over, and he made the plays, and he demonstrated very clearly why he was the guy to lead EIU at that time.
Peyton's proficiency in the pocket got him to the NFL, albeit during the strike year of 1987.
It didn't last too long. It was only 3 games worth, and he played for Coach Ditka.
We were very excited about it. We went to see it. He played for Ditka. Ditka didn't like him. Ditka, Mike Hohensee was the starter, Sean was the backup, and Hohensee got hurt or something, and Sean got put in, and he didn't do well. He threw a key interception at the end of that game.
And would you believe it, that key interception came against the Saints. It's true. Shortly afterwards, Peyton's NFL career was over, but he'd continue playing in Arena League and in England, and that's where the coaching bug first bit him.
It's a credit, really, to the way they've hired at least since 1978. It certainly, I don't think it was by design that they were going to be the place to develop future NFL head coaches, but at least in many of the cases, you could see them developing.
Peyton's development as a head coach began 25 years ago, back in Naperville. Everyone saw it, but few chalked it up to more than just Peyton being inquisitive in everything he did. If he could rewrite his own story, the only thing he'd like to change would be his mom and dad enjoying the success alongside him. Both passed away during Sean's long climb to a head coaching opportunity.
His mom was his biggest fan, no question about it. She didn't know a whole lot of about football, however. It was kind of interesting when we were kids. She didn't even know where the quarterback lined up. So it was kind of interesting to see her watch a game, because she was, where's Sean? Where's Sean? Well, he's the one getting the ball every time. In terms of being there for him, it was, it was everything to her.
Sean and I just talked about this about a month ago. I called him, we were telling him how proud we were and happy for him, and I said, I believe your parents are looking down from heaven and they have seen your accomplishments. And he said to me, yeah, it's kind of nice, it's all kind of come full circle now. So I think he's sad, but I think he knows that they can see him.
They're watching over him, and Peyton has made sure to keep those closest to him with him as he continues his journey as an NFL head coach.
It's just huge.
That's kind of,
It's huge.
It's kind of surreal. I mean, you kind of go, that's Sean. I mean, really, I hate to be, I mean, not to put anything against him, but, coaching an NFL team is...
It's huge. When we saw him do that little jump, that first touchdown.
Oh, the fist up in the air.
Yeah, that huge... That's Sean.
That's Sean 81?
That's Sean 81, yeah.
He has great knowledge of the game, and he is a player's coach, and he relates to those people in a way that I believe that he's going to get the best of their ability that they have to give to him, and they will play for him.
Sean Payton's 42 wins ranks him third on the Saints all-time list behind Jim Haslett and Jim Mora. Tomorrow night, Juan Kincaid will take us back to where it all began for quarterback Drew Brees. Be sure and join us. After the break, we continue our look back at the top 5 plays of the Saints' historic 2009 season. We wrap up this special. When we come back, we're live in Miami. Stay with us. Welcome back live to downtown Miami. Each night this week during the 6:30 special, we'll unveil the top 5 plays of the Saints' historic 2009 season. Last night at number 5 was the Will Smith sack and fumble on quarterback Mark Sanchez, which was recovered by Remy Adele. For number 4 tonight, we stay right here in Miami. It was October 25th, 4th down and goal for the Saints at the inch line. End of the first half, Saints trailing 24-3. Drew Brees convincing Sean Payton to pass on the field goal, and the move paid off. Brees goes over the top for the touchdown and the momentum that led to a huge comeback win. Well, we want to know your thoughts on the top 5 plays. Just log on to WWLTV.com and let us know. Thanks for joining us tonight. For Juan Kincaid, I'm Scott Cody. We'll see you tomorrow in Miami.